Hello, hello, all again. I am called, full colon, Nolen-John, full colon, Zander. Let's bring this in so you can hear what I'm saying. There we go. So, once again, I am called, full colon, Nolen-John, full colon, Zander. We'll talk about quantum language later. Back to the passion, baby. Find your happiness. So your childhood holds your clues to your passion, your purpose. Passion and purpose are basically the same thing. These are your clue or clues from source, God, universe, higher self, whatever. Is that your purpose in this life is what you love to do. That is how Source helps you accomplish your purpose here. First thing is stop growing up. Your happiness is awaiting your return, your purpose. Why are you here? What are you to do? What is your mission? Some in the spiritual community say that you just need to exist, to experience. I don't subscribe to that. I think I believe other than that we are to be here, just to be here, is the beginning of it. To experience what we need to experience, we have to be here. Yes. Some in the spiritual community say that, when you go to sleep and you do your dreaming stuff, your higher self goes out and it accomplishes the task that you're meant to do here. In this, I guess, dimension, reality, location, matrix, whichever term you wish to slap on there today. What I mean by stop growing up is that you left your passion and purpose in your child self. That trauma point, if you will, or trauma points, as in more than one, that your childhood holds your passion and purpose. And since you are not accomplishing that, it is hiding away in your memory, as is mine. There's most things since before age 11 I cannot remember, if at all, unless my mother calls me and tells me about something, or my brother says something about something that happened before that time. I don't have any recollection before age 11. So what happened to me, I don't know. I'm a certified master hypnotist. Woohoo! Self-hypnosis is not my thing. And that's something that my ego is going to prevent me from understanding or learning about because of the trauma that it could actually cause. It will be life-changing. But in what way? Will I find that something happened and everything that I've done in the military over the past 28 years is quite meaningless? Completely opposite of my passion? I cannot answer that until I have the answer. So, this book is written, of course, but do I know what to do? Yes. My shovel apparently is not quite big enough or pointy enough to get through the hardness of the ego, to penetrate that. So I'm devising a way to go around that. In the spiritual community, we say that everybody says love and light. But a lot of them say that we need to kill the ego. I don't necessarily subscribe to that, because being of love and light means that you don't kill. You don't destroy. There's a lot to be said that destruction breeds rebirth and construction. But that's all there is to do once you destroy something. There is nowhere to go. You can't destroy everything and expect there to be something. So now you have to build. Well, we build from a clean slate. Yes. However, if you are the one that destroyed the system, you cannot be the one to build the system back up. Because your flaws are still within you, and you are building something based on everything that you know and remember, which is the old system that you just destroyed. And when we're talking about an internal journey or an internal revamp, it needs to be done with extreme care and caution. You know, as a master hypnotist, you go in and you put somebody under. It's very difficult for me to do it over the internet or over the telephone. What happens when the trash truck goes by and they snap out of their trance? I don't know that because I can't see it or hear it. What happens when their kid is calling them from the other room? That has happened. It could be devastating to the individual under hypnosis, because if I have you in that location or in that time or in that space or in that reality, that when you were traumatized as a child, and it had something to do with, let's say, the kid or you were calling on your daddy and daddy did not respond. Now your kid calls you from the other room saying, "Daddy, Daddy," and now that's thrust back in, and now you have a significant problem. I'm not helping the individual, I'm traumatizing them further. Because now it's related not only to themselves, but it's now related to their child. Why do I say that? Don't look for a quick fix. Don't look for the internet to solve your freaking problems. Be serious about moving forward in your life, because you are going to be a different person. That's it, hands down. Society has built you up to who you are today. If you're watching this channel, you're not satisfied with that. I say stop growing up because I want you to remember your childhood. When the time when you can recall that money didn't mean shit. It only meant that it made mommy and daddy angry because they could not afford the things that you wanted. Nobody ever told you, just go ahead and manifest that thing yourself. The question really is, in a material society, a material world, as Madonna put it, did you want the item or the thing, or did you want what feeling it would bring to you? How happy would that thing make you feel, albeit temporary? What is the hole that you're trying to fill with an item that you know that can't fill it? How do we go about happiness when the world is or has is programming you to do exactly what you did yesterday. So here's another question. How does your tomorrow differ from your yesterday? What is Einstein's quote on insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. I guess I'm saying I'm destroying who you are in this channel. Whether or not you want that to happen is just a click away. Will I make you a better person? No! I ain't making you shit. You have to come up with who you want to be. Who you are is not who you want to be, otherwise you wouldn't be here. Finding who you are is your superpower. Finding your passion is your purpose. Following your passion is your purpose. Not to accomplish a goal, but to stop and smell the roses along the pathway. To stop focusing on the news, which is geared for your entertainment towards negativities. When's the last time you heard a good news story? Tell me, I'll wait. Think back. Has to be from the news, though. Good news. Who's qualified to tell you what your happiness is? Does somebody have to be qualified for your happiness? Who knows you more and better than yourself? You know that you put up a social mask every morning before you get out of bed for your family, for your friends, so-called friends, for your fake book friends, for society before you walk out the door. Ladies, a lot of you put on that mask of makeup to look better, so you think. God made you perfect just the way you are, and you have to go ahead and fix it. Think about that. Some folks are out there confused about who they are essentially, so much so that they change their anatomy. Some get tattoos, which I have, tattoo. Some put on different clothes. Some cut things off. Some put other things on. Trying to be something or presenting something to the world that they believe at the time that it's better because they have more rights than they used to. And they'll do anything to fit into society just a little bit better, just to get a little bit more attention and recognition, just to play another victim card. I'm not saying that that's what they do consciously. I'm saying it's a subconscious thing. I'm saying that they're a bit disturbed and they need some therapy and some treatment. Am I qualified to do that? Maybe to a point. I don't have any licenses, which, by the way, a license is to do something that otherwise would be illegal. Illegal referring to the so-called justice system, which is Justitia, which goes back to Greece, and you can look her up yourself and find out what kind of God they're praying to in the courtroom today. So-called separation of church and state. Who's to say that you were not made properly? Except God, the Creator, whom created you in his or her or its perfect image. And there you are, trying to fix it. Think about that. I don't need any keyboard. Well, I wouldn't mind keyboard warriors. But at least think about it. And if you are a keyboard warrior telling me that I'm wrong, then why are you even watching this channel? I mean, how long has this video been going on? 16, 17 minutes now. Yet there you are. Who are you? You can't tell me that at this time. Some of you might be able to. Right? Jeremiah 1:5. How are you to find your own happiness? Well, talking for 15 minutes, you only see me smile a couple times. It doesn't mean you have to be fake smiling. There's surgeries for that. Right? Change who you are on the outside. Robin Williams supposedly committed suicide because he was severely depressed. Not even his family knew he was depressed. Smiling all the time. Fake smile. Deeply saddened. Career in comedy forever. Many other people, especially in the actor community, they know how to put on a false face. So, what is it that you want to be when you grow up? Or not? What is it that you are grown up about and don't like? What are you seeing in this world that you don't like? What is it that you're seeing in this world that you actually want to do? When you're 98 years old, sitting in a rocking chair, after you actually get to collect your retirement, because they keep pushing that up to your Social Security, if Social Security exists by the time that you retire, what is it that you're going to look back upon and regret? Should have took that vacation in Monaco. Maybe the Bahamas. Maybe you should have pursued that scuba diving thing that your friend wanted to do. Now you're living vicariously through that individual as he or she is posting things all over their Facebook about their new career in diving. flying an airplane. Insert passion preference here. What is it that you need to go from where you are to who you want to be? Olympic athlete, competitive edge, world-class chess player. Making YouTube videos. What do you absolutely hate about your life? Or hate doing in your job or in your life? You have to be specific. This should be the easy one, which is why it's question number 1. Are you uncertain on what it is that you actually want? Start on the other side. What is it that when you speak about, you actually spit because you're so angry? They call it spitting man back in the 50s. You hate that person, what that person stands for. You hate spending 80 hours of freaking day or 80% of your day on a freaking computer. You hate that you have to wear that stifling suit with a tie. Ladies, maybe you don't like wearing those high heels that, by the way, were invented by a man. Or that bra that was also invented by a man. Maybe you don't like that. How do you want to express yourself? I'm not saying go naked. You might get arrested for that. Maybe. Maybe you hate going to this particular grocery store because of what you heard that they stand for. But you need food, and it's the closest one. Is it the corporate chain? Is it the clerk? Is it the manager of the store? Is it that person that's always there shopping around with nothing better to do with their life? I hate volunteering for this committee. Well, don't freaking volunteer then. But it makes me look good. Why are you looking for external approval when what you truly need is inside yourself? Your happiness does not rely on somebody else telling you that you did a good job. That's pride. That's not happiness. That hole that you're trying to fill cannot be filled with anything from the matrix, from society, from this reality of 3D or 4D, if you want to insert time. You have to be honest with yourself, which means you have to be truthful. In the previous video, I said something about the truth. If you cannot tell yourself the truth, you're nobody. I'm not saying that you need to go out and put a bullet in your brain, but I am saying that maybe you need to rethink how you speak to yourself. Some of us would probably be put in jail for the way that we talk to ourselves. For the way we treat ourselves. Self-harm. People that have cut themselves. Insert things into their body to express themselves to be different. But your idea and mission to be different means you're exactly the same as everybody else. Everybody wants to be different, which makes you the same as everybody else. What can make you different is finding and following your inner truth, your inner passion, your inner purpose in this life. And anything that anybody says to you, about themselves, is none of your freaking business. Because hurt people hurt people. They're attacking you because they see that you're outside the normal. You're making a change in your fundamental self. You're looking for the thing that everybody else is, but you're actually following the right path. You know, there's a story about crabs. If you do any crab fishing, you put one crab in a box that's 2 foot by 2 foot, maybe a meter by a meter. You put a crab in there that's maybe 4 inches high, which is about this much, right? They're going to be able to get out. Easy day. 1 square meter, 3 foot by 3 foot, about. Put another crab in there. They will never get out. The one is always pulling the other one back into the box to try to get themselves out. How hard are you going to try? But Yoda said that there is no try. Is there? Either you do or you do not. I'm here to tell you to do it. I don't care what you look like. I don't care what you do. I don't care how much money you have. I care about how beautiful you are. You see, men and women know this, mostly, but I'll tell you anyway. When a man tells a woman that she is sexy, he's talking about her body. When a man tells a woman that she's pretty, he's talking about her face. When a man tells a woman that she is beautiful, he's talking about her soul. Because pretty and sexy in this reality, in this matrix, only lasts for so long. You can do whatever you can and are doing to fix that, as we say. But nobody is concentrating on what cannot be destroyed. That's your beauty. That's what's inside. This channel will show you that. Anyways, that's the first question in the book of Habituating Happiness. What is it that you hate? The first question that's labeled a question, there are other things in there such as, how does your tomorrow differ from your yesterday? But step number one for question number one, to find your passion, before we can get into your happiness, before we can get into habituating that happiness, we need to know what the fuck your happiness is. What is your passion and purpose here? What is it that you would do regardless of income? You would do it anyway. What is that? So, I think I've ranted on enough for the time being. Think about what I said. When the book does get published, which is going to cost me about $3,000, I'll publish it. No, I'm not going to put it on Amazon myself. It will be on Amazon, but $3,000 is for the marketing and all that other goody stuff. So it's going to take some time for me to come up with that kind of money. I'm one of the people that are close to the $20,000 a month income. So, anyways, I'll keep talking as long as you keep listening. Find your happiness. Be happy. And follow me. Go ahead and click that subscribe, like thing somewhere. Down here. Okay? Appreciate it. You have a good day. And don't forget to be happy.